Love, peace, light, and darkness. So family, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Jazz. If you are one of my A1 day ones, shout out to you spiritual gangsters, you original souls. I miss you guys. I want to tap in with y'all for the new moon in Cancer. I also feel like I was channeling a lot of these downloads around the solstice. So combination of downloads. If it's a download overload, y'all know I'll just save the reading for like another day. But I do want to come in and knock out these downloads. Hey y'all, what's up Chanel? What's up Ethereal Elevation? Grand Risings, happy Saturday, happy Saturn's day, you guys. So per the title, what's the title? I be forgetting that fast. That's crazy. It's so many downloads. What's up Tiana? What's up Michelle? Per title, we about to talk about I call my power back. There we go. I call my power back. What's up Crystal? Grand Risings, you guys. I humbly ask on your way into the space, if you feel like my content resonates with your intuition, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I gratefully and humbly appreciate it. It does help Jazz stay on the algorithm so other soul family members that don't know that this is a tribe yet can reach us. Hey Sugarfoot. What's up Curvy Girl? What's up Santana? So yes, when y'all wait in, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Another thing, guys, if you are interested in fitness, wellness, mobility, yoga content, please do follow me on Instagram. The new page is Hourglass, HourGlassed_. And that's on Instagram. If you're interested in or just feel like you need some guidance, or you just already a part of a wellness, fitness, yogi type of community, and you want to just add that page to your current rotation of platforms that you gravitate towards, I definitely started posting more mobility, more fitness, more of my life. You know what I'm saying? What Jazz do outside of YouTube, I started posting there. What's up, Sis Black? Grand Risings to you as well. I want to go ahead and jump into these downloads. Like I said in the beginning, you guys, these downloads are overflowing from the solstice energy, the new moon in Cancer energy. I was supposed to come check in with you guys and come see you guys, but your girl been busy. I've been taking clients, and no more imposter syndrome for me. Every time I step foot in this bitch, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm her. So it's a process, you know what I'm saying? Last time I tapped in with you guys, I was going through some imposter syndrome, trying to just adjust to this new normal, you know what I'm saying, that I've created for myself. And now the more clients that I take, the more I'm forced to be in here and enjoy the space. Like, I'm her. I'm really her. I need y'all to keep that same energy about yourself too. A lot of y'all have been in this season where it's just too much humility for me. Y'all way too humble. Way too humble. So you say, and I'm strong. Y'all been doing this fitness shit for a long time. Like, playing basketball as a teenager is what gravitated me towards the gym in my early adulthood, and all my certifications, and from there my licensing. And I call myself an anatomy nerd because it's so much to learn about the body. You know what I'm saying? It's never a I figured it all out type of topic. Never that. So I love the body, and I love it differently, you know what I'm saying, than I've witnessed most people in my professions or in my fields, you know, do. And I'm always curious about how I can expand the knowledge that I already have. For a long 10 years ago, I was nowhere near this strong. So you got to start somewhere, right? Let's go ahead and jump into the downloads. I was about to say let them. That's an old download, so maybe that still applies for some of you guys. Let them. But today's download is I call my power back. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Y'all know I never share spell work, root work, juju, anything. Like, I'm all about self magic, right? Don't be out here teaching somebody what works for you, because that might not work for them. And then also, don't be out here just teaching people shit. You don't know what stage of their journey that they in. You might be fucking them up more than you're actually helping them. I've never done that on this platform, but I genuinely feel guided to share an incantation. It's a very, very harmless incantation. You can choose to just listen to me say it, or you can choose to repeat after me in your head to make it a little more powerful. But there's a season, there's an energy of I call my power back right now. There's a realization amongst the collective that a lot of the energies that they've taken on don't belong to them, and a lot of the energies that they missed about themselves has been stolen. You've been robbed of it. You've handed that shit over to somebody, somewhere, somehow. And another thing, I'm never one of them priestesses that's just like, don't return the sender. Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up, whatever works for you, works for you. I'm not one of them, okay? I'm always built for whatever my consequences are. I'm going to take that shit on the chin, okay? I've never been one of those people that's just going to sit there and turn the other cheek, because that's what the Bible teaches you on purpose. They teach you to turn the other cheek so you feel powerless in your incarnation, so you feel powerless within your journey, so you feel like you got to always go to the altar and give your problems and your woes and your trials and your tribulations to somebody else. You don't feel like the warrior. You don't feel like the soldier. You don't feel like the person in charge calling the shots, or at least in cahoots sitting at the table making the plays, right? So I'm never one of them priestesses that's going to tell you, if you feel like I'm wrong, demonstrous, like I said, do what works for you. And when it starts to work in your life, come tell the masses. I'm telling y'all what works for me. I'll be damned if I let somebody send some shit my way and I don't cleanse my energy. And cleansing your energy, returning energy that does not belong to you, does not mean you return it with the same harmful intention or the same negative impact. You're returning something that you ain't never asked for, you ain't called for, you ain't sent for, this don't belong to me. I'm supposed to just sit here and take it on the chin? Every day, knocking me out. Every day. Every day. Every day. God, please just take it away. God looking at you like, where are the tools that where are the tools I gave you? What are you doing about it? Before you ask me or expect me to do something, let me see the works and the faith that you've put in. Thank you, Chanel. Transmuted. As the alchemist, we are not only entitled, but we are allowed to transmute it. So every negative, every evil eye, every negative thought, you bitches don't think, y'all think I'm asleep with that shit. Be careful who you send it to. I don't have to send it back with the same intention, and as the alchemist, it whoops your ass even more because I don't have the same intention. That energy, somebody got to eat it in the spirit realm. Y'all is just bouncing and lingering, and no. When it come to me and I say you're not invited, somebody got to eat it up. All right? So I want to share and like I said, I never do this. I don't never feel guided to do this. But some of y'all need to call y'all power back, and y'all need to call it back powerfully. So I'm going to share something that I do on a monthly basis. I speak this as I light my black candles, over my black candles. That's why I said I feel bad for anybody throwing that evil eye. Just don't watch me. I feel bad for anybody that has negative thoughts towards me, my family, my business, my anything. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I feel bad for anybody jealous. I feel bad for anybody envious. And I feel bad for anybody that's trying to negatively impact my life. I feel bad for y'all. So I'm going to share something with y'all that my ancestors gave to me back in 2018 or 19. It was either right before COVID or right when COVID hit. I called my power back from the mouths that spoke my name with envy, tongue sharp like rusted razors, whispers wrapped in venom. I call my power back from the hands that touched me without honor, grasping at my light with greedy fingers, thinking my kindness was a weakness, but I am now a storm that forgot how to sleep. I call my power back from the ones I trusted too quick, from the ones I loved too deep, from the fools I fed with open palms, not knowing they came to feast, not build. I call my power back from the shadows that dressed like lovers, from the thieves that wore my smile, from the lies I believed when I just needed truth, from the games I didn't know I was even playing. Until I was bleeding pieces of myself on the floor, I call my power back from the people who lived in darkness and thought dimming my light would heal their wounds. Nah, I was never your bandage, never your broken mirror, never your punching bag of projected pain. I call my power back from the silence I swallowed when I should have roared, from the boundaries I erased to keep peace that never came. I call my power back from every sorry I said to stay small, from every time I watered down my fire so others wouldn't burn, from every version of me I buried to survive a world that couldn't hold my whole truth. I call my power back piece by piece, name by name, pain by pain, I reclaim. No shame in my scars, no fear in my voice. I walk in my soul's full voltage now by choice. I call my power back and I don't whisper it. I demand it, I own it, I rise with it. I call my power back from every corner of time and memory, from lifetimes and bloodlines, from trauma, from silence, from sacrifice. It is mine, it is mine. I call my power back and so it is, so it will be. I call my power back fierce, free, and finally me. May they all get what they deserve in time, not by my hand. May I translate this pain into purpose by the law of the land and the universe's plan. What's mine returns. What's false is burned. The edge of justice quiet and exact. No wrath, no regret, just my soul back intact. And so it is. I call my power back. I call my power back. I call my power back. I call our power back. Ashe. Let the church say Ashe. Can I get an Ashe in the comments? We got 34 people in the building. We only had 22 thumbs up. I get an Ashe. You said I'm sharing this publicly now. I appreciate y'all. One thing for sure. Thank you, Chanel. Ashe. One thing for sure. I'm very sensitive about my shit. Like, you don't understand. My nerves, when you said I'm sharing this now, my nerves was like, what? They're going to share my shit? Ashe. Let the church say Ashe. I call our power back. Period. You can let go. You can let God deal with it. Or God is within her. She will not fail. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. If it's within me and vengeance is its, but you live in here, we got to tag team this. We got to tag team this. I got a job to do. You got a job to do. We going to do it together. Okay? We going to do it together. I got more downloads, y'all. Let me get them out. Like I said, if we don't end up pulling cards, I will come back for a reading. I'm not going to be able to stay probably longer than an hour. As y'all can see, the table's already set up. I have a 12:30 today, but I still got to go home, get dressed, walk the dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get the downloads out for sure. And then whatever we have time left to do, I'm definitely going to get it done. But no promises made. Having to cross the finish line without some of the people you started. Next download. I'm about to get real transparent. Ancestors, don't let me cry. It's not about me, but I do want to share a little bit of my story to help you guys really understand the download. Having to cross the finish line without some of the people you started with. I used to post fitness content all the time, like from the years of like 2014 all the way to like 2017. Like, it was just something that I did. You know what I'm saying? I used to love doing it. I used to have so much fun doing it, but my ex is the reason why I'm even in the field that I'm in. I would have never considered starting the process to be here today if it wasn't for him. The same person that helped me discover my purpose is the same person that caused me the most pain. The same experience that I went through that made me question existence, question myself, is the same very reason why I'm walking in alignment. Two things can exist at the same damn time. A lot of us don't realize that there are certain people who have came into our lives as we started the race. That don't mean that they supposed to cross the finish line with us. But somewhere throughout the race, you won't realize, like, yo, I could not have done this race without them. And some of our logical thought processes can't fathom that these two things can be true at the same damn time. Some of y'all got some people that came into your lives and inflicted the worst pain. and it gave you the best lessons in life, gave you, you know, some of the experiences that you feel like, you know what, Most High, I could have went without this. You know what I'm saying? You could have taught me a little differently, but no. These very same people were positioned to teach you the best way that you knew how to learn at the time. And it's really hard for you guys. I started talking about the fitness content, right? Because he the reason why I started posting fitness content. When our relationship started going left, I didn't even know how to identify with what I love to do outside of him. I didn't give myself permission to continue to do what he taught me how to do by myself, all by my lonesome. How many of you guys started certain phases of life with certain people, and now it's hard for you to fathom continuing doing XYZ without them? They was never supposed to cross the finish line with you. They was just supposed to start you in the race. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that are struggling with the idea of, why did this person come into my life? What was the purpose of you even allowing me to meet them? Spirit, allow me to engage with them, allow me to let them get in so close. They were supposed to do it just that. For reasons that may be unbeknownst to you, for reasons that you might not understand now, but I promise y'all, in this season, yo, I still think that nigga. To this day. My first degree is fashion marketing and management. Who knows if I would have never met him, what I would be doing? Would I be walking in this direction? No, because he redirected me. He came into my life with a soul contract to purposefully redirect me. So it's hard to have to, I lost a huge part of my identity in that relationship, because a huge part of who I became was off the strength of him. Now, how do you heal from somebody while still trying to give credit where credit is due? That's some big girl panty shit. And for all these years, it was so hard for me to give him credit, because he's still the enemy. He's still the villain in my story. But two things can be true at the same damn time. That enemy, that villain, that person that taught me by way of pain was the same nigga that ensured that when my Saturn returned, I knew exactly what I was here to do. He's the same reason why I get to wake up every day and do what I love, and it don't feel like work. And every ounce and every fiber in my body wanted to take him along the journey, because to me, I owed that to him. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And those sacrificial lamb thoughts is what also made me hold on when I knew it was time to leave. Because I couldn't allow those two things to be right at the same damn time. It was either he's the enemy or he's the person that came in and saved me from myself. When in all actuality, this nigga was both. And through that relationship, I learned unconditional love at its finest, because I genuinely had to fall in love with somebody's shadow. Recognizing that his own experience was unique to him. And as I was experiencing him, a result of that and him figuring out his own shit, it caused me to have to grow from those pains. It caused me some growing pains. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Like, you don't got to finish with who you started with. Not everybody is supposed to be taken into your next chapter, into your next phase, but they are a huge pivotal part of the book within itself. You won't have this book without them, without this character, without this role being played. But when we talking about the chapters towards the end of the book, you might not ever hear their name or see their face again. So I was going through a huge identity crisis, I would say, over like the past 4 years, trying to learn how to do what he taught me by myself. Learn what that looks like just with me. A lot of you guys have been doing life with somebody for so long that you don't even know what it's like to embrace this type of solitude. You don't even know what it's like to walk alone. You got to journey through that shit. And you got to realize, like, the path that you're on, you're not supposed to finish with everybody. Next download, because I start getting a little emotional. Shout out to that nigga, though. Like, no love lost. Still a good man. I tell people all the time, like, we outgrew each other, for real, for real. Still a great man, but I wouldn't be here without him. And my mind don't even like saying, because to me, when I think about heartbreak, when I think about pain, I associate him with that too. So how can he be both? I'm here to tell y'all two things can be right at the same time. Next download, the Most High is the force, you are the source. How many of us keep saying source, 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 source? The Most High is the force. You are the what? You are the source, my nigga. The Most High is the force with, okay? All praise is due to the Most High. But guess what? I'm a God. I'm not your God. I'm not the God. But I'm my God. In my own life, I make shit happen. I make the plays, whether I hear them clairaudiently or I see them clairvoyantly. I set up the plan. I execute the plan. I network. I meet the right people. I'm in the right spaces at the right time. I'm connected to my intuition. I am the source that the force comes through. The Most High is the force to be reckoned with. I'm the source. Ain't nobody came out that sky and did none of this shit for me. So I got the force within me because I heard some shit. I'm tapped into a force that's greater and more powerful and bigger and better. I'm tapped into that God with the capital G. But the God with the capital G needs this God with the lowercase g to move and make some stuff happen. And that's why I say, why do we rely on the martyrs and the messiahs and the prophets and the prophetess when we are the living, breathing spirit? Any change that wants to get done in this world, you think the force is going to the archangels? You think the force is going to the martyrs that's dead? You think the force is going to the messiahs and the prophets and the prophetess that's gone? Or they come into the living, breathing spirits to make some shit work? I am the source. When I pray with y'all, I just realized we didn't pray, and I started getting into downloads. When I pray with y'all and I say, use me as a humble vessel, so I got room. You can fill me up with the force. Use me. What they need. Here go the space. Fill up the source for your force. Okay? I don't know if it makes sense. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to y'all, but I'm the source. I get up every day. I make the moves. I'm the one that meditate. I'm the one that eat the good foods to nourish the soul. I'm the one that make these choices and these decisions, because the moment you identify that you are the source, the force come find you. But if your pastor is the source, come on now, if your church, the tabernacle, the mosque is the only source where the force resides, or where you can tap into the force, then goddamn it, the force gonna wait for you in those places, in those spaces. The force is gonna wait for you to go talk to pastor. The force is gonna wait for your ass to get to church. They are going to say that you're blasphemous for acknowledging the God that's within you. But guys, let's talk about it. All throughout the ancient texts, if Christ consciousness was trying to tell you anything, I'm the way. Not him, not her, not none of them. It's within us. That Bible has so many, it's parables, y'all. Y'all got to break it down for yourself. Everything is within you. Everything you need is within you. That's why as much as people want to sit there and claim, you know what I'm saying, that they love Jesus, but hate people like me, Jesus was hanging with people like me. Because people like us and Yeshua was against the systems. We was against the church. We was against the things that made people feel anything other than free. Free-minded, free-spirited, free body. You said, so do I like Jesus? I don't call him Jesus because I personally know about the Archon Jesus, and I believe that Jesus is the Antichrist, and that's why the world references that name specifically. But of course we love Yeshua. We just don't worship nobody but the force. That's it. On this channel, we love every religion, every walk of life, every belief system. Personally, I practice the African traditional religion by culture, and that's just. But of course we love Yeshua. if you're really tapped into the Christ consciousness, every time you click on my video, you should see the this table to provide the wave of consciousness for anybody who needs his perspective. Okay? But a lot of Christians can't fathom that I can believe in the teachings of Christ without worshiping Christ, even though Christ never asked us to worship him. A lot of Christians can't fathom the fact that I can take and walk and talk and move in this world just like Christ did without worshiping the ground that he walks on, or without worshiping him in the same way that I give power to the force, to the Most High. Because Jesus never came here and said, I am the Father. Jesus came here and said, I have a Father. So I don't believe that Jesus is the Father. I believe that Jesus is the bro. Jesus is the brother. He was calling us his brothers and sisters. And let me stop calling him Jesus, because that's like us saying, calling MLK Hitler. Is that his name? No, it's not. So let's call it by his name so we get the power behind the spirit. You know what I'm saying? But any real Christian that doesn't judge me, you know, with their preconceived notions, they come in here and they vibe with the message because they know Christ consciousness resides in my space. Anything that helps the collective grow and evolve and get to their next destination, I call all the ass in over here. Y'all are all welcome. Whatever helps me and mine, y'all are all welcome to channel through this humble vessel. Absolutely love Yeshua, you guys. I'm never one of those, you know, people that just like, I denounce religion, I denounce Christianity, but Jesus was a real, you know what I'm saying? Yeshua was that real. And it's so good that it was documented, but there are so many other pantheons, especially throughout the African diaspora, that is word of mouth. We may not have it documented by book, but when you hear about the stories, the Ifa, the Santeria, the Haitian Voodoo, we got a lot of similarities, okay? So I don't gotta choose the Eurocentric way of faith when we got our own shit. We got our own system, you know? So the next download, y'all, nothing even matters. None of it exists. Nothing even matters. None of it exists. I'm glad we were just talking about religion. None of that shit exists, y'all. Nothing even matters. I know I be sounding like the biggest weirdo when I say shit like this, but eventually your consciousness gets to this place where it's just like, oh, the eyes only perceive the light. Some things don't even look the same until our eyes are fixated on it. And now our eyes and our mind have to make something out of it. None of this matters. Some of y'all take life way too serious when you don't realize we're creating it all. As we go, as we move. What B. Simone said, in real time. In real time. We're creating it all. You know what I'm saying? So, this studio don't exist. These braids don't exist. The car that I have outside, it don't exist. I created all this shit. If you don't like what is around you, it don't exist no more. And you have the opportunity to create something different, something new that you prefer to see within your journey. A lot of people don't realize this is really an illusion. This is really set up for us to play. It's a playground for the spirits to get a taste of co-creation and what that looks like. None of this shit exists. Stop taking this earth realm so serious. We are 5D beings creating the 3D experience as we speak. If you don't like what you see, the first step is recognizing this shit all fake. The clothes I'm wearing, the shoes I got, the house I bought, it's all fake, y'all. Like, I hate when I have to start breaking down downloads like this, where we get super like 5D-ish, but it don't exist. Why y'all taking this shit so serious? Them bills don't exist. The stress you got at work don't exist. It's not real. It is all strategically set up to help you get to where you actually want to be within the life you want to create. If you recognize that it's all fake, that is a powerful place to be. Okay? Next download. Learning to love your life again. A lot of you guys have been in this season where it felt very, very robotic. You felt like you've been on cruise control. You felt like it's just like the same old, same old. Some of you guys have experienced something recently, whether it's a promotion, whether it's opening up a new business, whether it's falling in love, you know, with somebody. It's really making you fall in love with your life again. It's making you appreciate the little things that you've created for yourself that a lot of other people don't have. Some of y'all just genuinely started to take for granted the position that Spirit has put you in as of recently. Y'all don't realize that y'all are positioned way better off than most. So going back to the little things is what's going to really help you guys start to fall in love with your life again. Some people kids don't greet them like that when they walk through the door. Some people, dogs don't greet them like that when they walk through the door. Some people, bosses don't appreciate them like that when they're in the workplace. It's the little things that's going to make you start to fall back in love with your life again. Some of you guys are looking for things that aren't supposed to arrive in this season yet, and it's causing you to not acknowledge all the things that you should be happy and proud of that are right in front of your face. So, next download. When you live with pain so long, your only option is to become the alchemist. Damn, I don't want to spend... Oh, is the audio cutting out? No, why the Wi-Fi be doing this to me? Is the audio cutting out? Let me know if y'all can hear me. No! Why is it doing this? You could hear me? Tiana and Santana, can y'all hear me? Okay. Alright. Okay. So, I don't want to spend too much time on this download, but I feel like we can't rush through this one. When you live with pain so long, your only option is to become the alchemist. Some of y'all have had the most fucked up lives in comparison to the majority. Some of the pain and the trauma and the experiences that you've been through since childhood, we wouldn't wish some of that stuff on our worst enemies. You said the audio is going in and out. I feel like some people could hear me, some people can't. Let me get a thumbs up if we good, because I don't want to keep talking if y'all can't hear me. Let me get a thumbs up if we alright to continue. It's going in and out. Okay. Let me see. Oh, we got thumbs up though. Y'all can hear me? Okay. When you live with pain so long, your only option is to become the alchemist. It was in y'all soul contract to pick some of the most fucked up parents, some of the most fucked up siblings, some of the most traumatic filled bloodlines, some of the bloodlines that had the most generational curses to break, because when you live with pain so long, you only have one option. It's not to take it to the altar. It's not. Santana said exit the video and come back, y'all. That might work. It's to help you realize that the spirit realm is your family. If y'all ever wonder why it seemed like it was just laid on thick for you, Spirit wanted you to go through so much, so you had no choice but to turn into the alchemist. The church couldn't save you. Religion couldn't save you. Nothing else could save you but finding and cultivating the relationship that you currently have with the Most High. That's why I was laid on thick like that. Spirit made a lot of y'all have some of the worst beginnings so you can have some of the best and most fruitful endings. But you needed a massive, a huge, a powerful awakening for you to come into that space of consciousness. That's why it hurt so bad. That's why you lived with it so long, because Spirit had to ensure that the pain turned you into the alchemist. You ain't had no other choice but to become this. There was no other medicine on earth. There was no other remedy for you than to turn around and find the relationship that you found with the Most High. Period. Another download that we have, moving on, I ain't want to spend too much time for that. On that. Painful but necessary, and I'm trusting and having faith in the process. Tiana, you got this. It's necessary. You already said it. It's necessary. Where are you trying to go? The people, family members that we chose, the parents and all the trauma that they came into our lives with, this shit was molding you from the jump to make sure that none of the other remedies and medicine on this planet could take you away from the Most High. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. That's the doctor, that's the nurse, that's the shaman, that's the root worker, that's the... Ain't it all? Ain't it all? It's a one-stop shop, if you ask me. It is. So, that's what that was for. And it should never feel like a woe is me type situation. Some of y'all, where's this old download? Let me see if I can grab it. I had an old download that said, hold on, you cannot compare yourself to people who don't have the same support system as you. You cannot compare yourself to these people that ain't... I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. When I say I got it out the mud, I genuinely mean that. I know exactly what it's like to come from a single mother who pride as a Leo would not allow her to rely on government assistance, so she struggled. Whether that means we had to buy excessive jugs of water to go fill it up at the neighbor's house just to wash our ass and bathe, or flush the toilets because the water was cut off, or wash the dishes or cook some food, whatever the case may be, whether the gas was off and we had to leave the stove open just to try to heat up the house or whatever. We had little space heaters just to try to keep us warm in the dead of the winter, whether that was when the electricity was off. Why you think a bitch loved candles and fire so much? I was in there bending flames and shit when we was in pure fucking total darkness. Okay, so I'm a first generation Haitian American. My family came here with nothing, with a dream at hand. Okay, I cannot sit here and compare myself to people doing the same shit as me who don't have the same... I don't have the same support system as them. To this motherfucking day, I'm gonna be the first. My daddy don't have no house that I can go to for the holidays. Let's say I fuck around and I can't pay my bills. My mama and my daddy don't have a house that I could go crash at. I am the house for them to crash at. I am that type of generational curse breaker in my bloodline for myself. Don't cry, Jazz. Y'all can't be out there comparing yourselves to people who don't have the same support system as you. Okay? They ain't been through what y'all been through. They had to overcome the shit that y'all had to overcome. I don't know what it's like to have a college fund saved for me, but bitch, I worked at Family Dollar, Rugged Warehouse, and LA Fitness just to pursue my first bachelor's. Just to have that little bit of train money, just to save up to get my first car. 3 motherfucking part-time jobs, working that bitch around the clock. Morning shift, middle of the day shift, night shift. Shout out to all those managers that gave me a set schedule when they weren't even supposed to do that, but they seen the hustle in me and refused to let me fail. I can't be out here comparing myself to these same motherfuckers that had to get it out the mud the same way that I did. They had more time to succeed than I did. While I was sitting here breaking generational curses these 3 years, they was all living off their trust fund, going to college. That's my alarm. I set that alarm so I could come in here and set up the room for my client, but the room already set up, so I'm about to kick it with y'all for a little bit. Period. Stop comparing yourselves to people. Y'all don't know their story. And then another thing, a lot of motherfuckers will come in here and want what you have, but they don't want what you've been through to get there. How many of y'all can admire, especially with social media, y'all can admire the cars that people drive, the businesses that people started, the money that people make, but y'all don't want to put in them long hours of education. Y'all don't want to go through the struggles that they had to experience and endure just to get there. Y'all don't want to do the work. It's a popcorn microwave society where everybody expects to be instantly gratified. It's so easy to look at where somebody is and so hard to acknowledge what they had to do just to maintain it, just to sustain it, just to get there. Before I was able to see the light in my life, before I was able to experience my higher self in this manner, it was me and my shadow, locked the fuck in the majority of my life, surviving, fighting, learning how to protect myself, learning how to defend myself, because I was a product of my environment and my circumstances. I ain't want to be that way. I ain't want to live like that. I ain't had no choice. So I had to get myself my way with all the crabs in a motherfucking bucket trying to pull me down before I can get to this space where I embrace. That was probably 10 years that I was behind comparison to somebody else my age. I couldn't focus on motherhood when I'm breaking generational curses. I can't focus on building a family when a bitch gotta get money so she ain't hungry and her family ain't hungry, the ones that's dependent on me. I couldn't focus on certain things. So as a 30-year-old woman, I'll be damned if I compare myself to anybody else, because I know good and goddamn well ain't nobody walked a mile in these types of shoes. I need y'all to understand, stop comparing yourself to people who don't have the same support system as you. Okay? What download was we on? Because I had to scroll up for that. We was on when you live with pain so long, your only option is to become the alchemist, I think. That was the download we was on. So I went over having to cross the finish line without some of the people you started with. The Most High is the force. You are the source. Okay? Nothing even matters. None of it exists. It's all fake. This your playground. Have fun with it. Don't take this shit so serious. Learning to love your life again. Falling back in love with your journey. When you live with pain so long, your only option is to become the alchemist. Stop comparing yourself to these folks. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I'm going to get into that real quick. A lot of people love to say blood is thicker than water. Blood is thicker than water. When you hear that, without hearing the full statement, what do you assume? Family bonds are thicker than strangers or friends. And that is so far from the truth of the statement. The entirety of the statement is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Come on, church. The blood that we've created here in this covenant is thicker than some of the people that you actually related to. That's what the statement means. If we gonna say it, we got to say the whole statement, because some of the love, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Y'all want to know something? Not one friend or one family, actually I take that back. One friend has supported me, but none of the people who know me and have known me, none of the family members who raised me and watched me, grow and get to this place have came in through the studio and supported me in no way. Y'all want to know who has supported me? My covenant. Y'all the main ones that's helping me pay my bills, okay? Y'all want to know who else has supported me? My independent contract. So y'all know during the day I am a contractor. I'm a fitness coordinator for state government. All them motherfuckers in there support me, but they strangers to me. They don't know me like my friends do. They don't know me like my family do. So that's what the fuck I mean by the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I love y'all down. Y'all love me down. Y'all, we may not have been in a sandbox with it. We may not have went to elementary school with each other. But there is a genuine bond and connection created through the people that we meet throughout life. And sometimes those bonds and those connections, they become thicker than the people that we were assigned to at birth. Let that sizzle in y'all spirits. And stop expecting the same motherfuckers that know you to support you. Because some people are only comfortable with you thriving to the extent of where they are. But let your ass start to surpass in any way, shape, or form. Motherfuckers want to bring you down. Motherfuckers want to humble you, because you will be a constant reflection to the very excuses that they make as to why they couldn't do it, or why they refuse to get up and try, or why they, come on now. A lot of people are okay with you being neck and neck, but the moment your ass start to climb, crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket. A lot of people don't like the idea of you surpassing them. 9 times out of 10, it be your family. It be your family. It be the same motherfuckers that you started with, because they have to acknowledge we had the same starting point. We started at the same place. We had the same experiences, opportunity, everything to do the same types of things. And if they're here and I'm here, I have to now reflect on me and my decisions and my choice making. That's why a lot of them won't support you. And a lot of them will watch your ass. And they still won't, they'll just watch you from afar. That's why I'm here to encourage y'all. If y'all didn't see in the beginning, if you're looking for fitness, mobility, yoga, any type of body work, wellness, health content, I did start a new Instagram page for that very reason. Y'all be having 2,000, 3,000 something people sitting on y'all Facebook and y'all Instagram page full of all old friends and all old family. You post you doing something new, you get 0 motherfucking likes. And then the likes that you do get come from people who don't even know you, come from complete strangers. And it has nothing to do with you and what you're doing. It has everything to do with the reflection that people see when they have to face you. Start that new page. Post that content on that new page. Let the strangers, let the people who don't know you be the ones to show you that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be. And stop expecting the very same family members whose generational curses y'all breaking, who vibration y'all outgrowing, who y'all elevating from. Y'all can't even hold a conversation no more because it's just that distant. Why do y'all still expect these same people to support you? Why are y'all still waiting for these same people to validate you? It's giving Stockholm syndrome. It's giving, you know, these the same people that we trying our very best not to be like, but then we want their approval so bad. Why? Why? I don't know. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Where we at? I got 13 minutes left. Let me do this last download. I'll pull one card at the very end. I'm gonna pull a card from the Rebel deck. I ain't used that deck in a minute. Men have relied on women's need to be chosen. It has enabled their mediocrity. When you choose yourself, it is the only way to decenter masculinity and invoke change and evolution within them. Let's say it one more time. For the ones in the back. Y'all already know on this channel, we decenter men, okay? We're decentering men. I don't think you could watch any of my videos if you're not on that journey of decentering men. But a lot of these men rely on your need to be chosen. The moment you choose yourself, these niggas don't know what the fuck to do. They don't even know how to come at you. When they sense that energy that you have already chosen yourself, hold up, how about when they sense this energy that God has chosen you? When they sense this energy that the only approval that you seek and that you need is the one from the Most High, men rely on women's need to be chosen. They don't know what to do without that. They don't even know how to be around you when you don't feel like you need to be a pick-me. It's like, who the fuck is she? They look at you like, who you think you are? When you embody that energy that I chose myself, I don't need you to pick me. I don't gotta jump through hoops for your approval. You could take me off that roster of bitches that pick the number to try to keep you entertained. Baby, our need to be chosen has truly enabled the mediocrity that we see amongst masculinity. Men have done the bare minimum because they know all a woman wants to do is be picked. When in all actuality, y'all, we do the picking. We do the picking. Y'all know, within 1 month, like, I think it's like 5 niggas. I've just said, you know what, this ain't gonna work. I love dating because I chose me. And I know the Most High has chose me to do the picking for myself. I had to let 5 of these niggas know, like, you know, you a great dude. For somebody else, goddammit. Not for me. You are a great catch. You was a catch. You some fine shit, okay? It won't work. Not for me. Not for I. We could be friends, and they hate that shit. They hate that shit because the men don't know what to do when you choose. They be so mad. I hope you find what you like. Boy, shut the fuck up. I hope you get what you looking for. Like, I'm asking for too much. No, bitch, you ain't giving enough. Like, I'm the one asking for too much. When y'all be mediocre, it's the bare fucking minimum. Me and my bitches do more for each other than half of these niggas do in the dating pool. I spoil my bitches better than half of they fucking niggas do, alright? Or the niggas that's trying to wife them or date them do. My bitches done set the bar for the niggas, and that's why they can't reach them, because the way we love on each other, I'm coming through with the birthday gift, babe. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, I'm coming through with the vacation. I'm coming through with the... That's how we treat each other. So how can we allow men to come in and treat us any different than how we already treating one another? Because at this age, it's truly giving lavender marriage for the win. It's truly giving for the win. And that's what it's giving. It's giving rich auntie vibes for the win. Because if I gotta be a pick-misha to get some decent courting from a nigga,